What's up, everyone?
Hi guys, welcome back to another video.
We are making kid-friendly meals today.
So we wanted to create kid-friendly recipes. It's something that we've been talking about for a really long time. And the ideas for these recipes stemmed from what we loved eating growing up as kids.
Chicken nuggets were my jam, the dinosaur-shaped ones.
Yes, I wish we could have done that. We didn't have any cookie cutters or anything.
Next time.
And tater tots also were something that I frequently ate at home.
I love tots.
They mostly came from a freezer bag, microwaved, or not microwaved, probably put in the oven. I don't really remember. My mom did it.
These are way healthier, way more delicious.
Yeah, so.
And they're loaded with vegetables.
Yeah, we made a healthy and a not so healthy option. So the first one is the tater tots. They are oil-free. They are loaded with veggies. So we have potatoes, carrots, cauliflower, and zucchini in them. And then the second one.
These are seitan nuggets. They're deep fried. They're not super healthy, but they're delicious. You can also bake them.
Yeah, we do have an option on our blog. We'll link our blog post down below. All our recipes are always linked down below for you guys, so everything will be written out. So don't worry about all the measurements and everything for this video. But yeah, we hope you guys try these. We hope you guys share these with kids or with yourself and let us know what you guys think.
They're both super fun to make, and we're excited to get started.
Let's go. First recipe we got for you today are our chicken nuggets. So in a bowl, we're going to add in some white beans and mash those with a fork. They don't have to be finely mashed, but we're going to mash them as best we can. This adds some texture to the chicken. Then we're adding in some vegan chicken broth and some water. And the vegan chicken broth will be linked in our blog post if you want to check that out, so don't worry about that. Just mix it together until it is nice and uniform and set that aside. Now for our dry ingredients, we are going to mix together some vital wheat gluten, which is the main ingredient of seitan, nutritional yeast, and garbanzo bean or chickpea flour. We have some onion powder and garlic powder. One of the most vital ingredients of this recipe is poultry seasoning, and some salt and some fresh black pepper. Just mix that together until everything is nice and uniform. And then we're going to add in our wet mixture. This is the bean mixture that we just made, along with some Dijon mustard. We totally forgot to add this to the wet mixture. So if you make this, just make sure you add it in there. And basically just mix this together until everything is well combined and it forms a dough-like consistency. So as you can see now, I am kneading it with my hands. It's so much easier to mix with your hands and you get a better feel of when the dough is fully mixed. So now we're going to break them into chicken nugget sized pieces. This will really depend on your preference, but ours were about, I would say, 2 by 1 inches. Just keep doing that and stretching out the dough as I am in the video until you have gone through all of the seitan. Set your vegan chicken nuggets aside and then bring a large pot of vegan chicken broth to a boil along with some onions and garlic. We just roughly chop these. You don't have to finely mince these. Along with a bay leaf. Add some great flavor to it. Just bring that to a boil, and once that is boiling, we are going to carefully, and I say very carefully because I burned myself a little bit doing this, going to transfer our seitan pieces into that liquid. And then once all of these seitan pieces are in the liquid, we are going to lower the heat to a simmer and then boil the mixture for about 40 to 45 minutes. And we are going to make sure that we mix it every so often just to make sure that the top portion of the seitan doesn't dry out and everything remains in the warm broth. So we mixed it, I would say, between 3 to 5 times during the whole process. So as you can see, the seitan is nice and boiled. It has expanded. It's slightly lighter in color and it is ready to go. So we're straining as much liquid as we can out of it and transferring it into another bowl. And you can just eat this as is, as vegan chicken if you would like, but we're making chicken nuggets today, so we're going to make a batter for the chicken. First up is our vegan buttermilk, and to make vegan buttermilk, all you need to do is mix together some unsweetened plant milk. We have almond milk along with an acid, so we mixed in some vinegar here, and just set that aside for about 10 minutes. And for the dry mixture, we have some all-purpose flour along with panko breadcrumbs. And to kick up the flavor, we're also adding in some garlic powder and some onion powder, some more salt, and some black pepper. There's nothing left to do here other than mix all of that together until uniform, trying not to spill out of the bowl. And now it is time to batter it up. So we are double battering the chicken. So dip it in the liquid, shake off as much excess as possible, then dunk it into the dry, and then dunk that back into the wet, and then you're going to dunk that back into the dry. So this is definitely the most time-consuming part of the recipe, but it is the most important step for the chicken nuggets. If you have a friend or family member that can help you out with the battering process, I would highly recommend it. It will make it go a lot faster. So once you have battered all of your nuggets, all that's left to do is cook them up. So you can either fry or bake them. We're going to fry them today. We have the baked option on our blog post, so check that out. Basically, we're going to fry it in some hot oil for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side until they are nice and golden brown. And I gotta throw it out there, just make sure you are very careful during this step. It is not fun getting burned by hot oil, and trust me, we have experience in this. We have scars to prove it. So basically, we're just frying through all the nuggets, nothing exciting here. But just do it until you have cooked through all of them. Don't rush the process because the more fried and golden brown they are, the better. Just transfer them onto a paper towel lined plate to drain off excess oil. And then once they have cooled down, we are going to serve them up. So ketchup is my dipping sauce of choice. Chris's is mustard. And we'd love to hear what you guys are going to serve these with, so comment your dipping sauce of choice down below and enjoy the recipe. The next recipe is our baked Veggie Tots, and first up we're going to prepare some flax eggs. So we're just mixing flaxseed meal with water, mixing that up and setting it aside to thicken as we prepare the remaining ingredients. For our Veggie Tots today, we're using 4 different veggies. First up, we have some white potatoes, some carrot, zucchini, and cauliflower. And we're just going to grate all of these with a medium-sized grater until they are all uniform. This does take a little bit of time. I honestly got a sore wrist after this, but it is well worth it. If your food processor has a grater attachment, I would highly recommend you use that. It's so much faster. Ours actually broke, so that is why we're doing it all by hand. All right, so once all of your veggies are grated up, we are going to transfer those into a large bowl. And to that, we're going to add in some salt. Just mix that all together and let it sit for 20 minutes. The salt is going to draw the liquid out of the veggies, and it's going to help with the cooking process of the tots. Once the 20 minutes are up, we are going to transfer that mixture to a clean kitchen towel. You can also use a cheesecloth or a nut milk bag. Get as much of it as you can. And then basically we're going to just wrap up the veggies and squeeze it just as you would if you're making almond milk or any nut milk. We're just going to squeeze out as much liquid as we can. Then we're actually going to discard of that liquid and rinse out the bowl. We're going to be using the same bowl for the next step. But we're going to transfer those strained veggies back into the bowl. They are now drier than they were before, and again, like I mentioned, this is going to help with the cooking process of the tots. They are going to crisp up way better. I'm going to add in the flax eggs that we prepared earlier along with more salt. We have some finely diced onions and some minced garlic here. And then we have some homemade vegan Parmesan. The recipe will be linked down below, and some panko breadcrumbs. And lastly, some fresh parsley and black pepper. So mix all of that as well as you can. Get it all uniform so you can get some of all that goodness in every single bite. And the next step is probably the most difficult, but it's not that hard. You'll eventually get the hang of it once you keep making more of these. But basically, we're going to take a 1 tablespoon size scoop of the mixture and then form them into tater tots using your hands. I'm pretty proud of how this looks, guys, honestly. So just place those onto a lined baking sheet. Continue until you have gone through all of the mixture, and then we're going to place this into the oven for about 30 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, flipping halfway through. Look at that, they are nice and crispy, ready to go, and all you have to do now is serve them with a dipping sauce of your choice. We chose ketchup, my favorite, and yeah, dig in. So So I'm gonna eat a tot. What do you want?
Here we go, taste test. I'll eat a tot because I've had like 30 chicken nuggets already.
Ketchup. Oh, come on.
Fabulous. I'm gonna eat a chicken nugget too.
So, these will keep a few days in the fridge, and we're going to test out the freezing options as well. So I'll put that on our blog post. Don't worry about that.
Just look at that.
This looks like a chicken nugget. It's so crazy. But you can reheat these. I'm gonna swallow before I keep talking. You can reheat these by popping them in the oven and kind of toasting them up a bit. So you can make a big batch.
I'm really impressed. You guys need to make these.
So freaking good. And
unbelievable.
We wanted to mention that these nuggets were inspired by Brian Patton, the sexy vegan. Not the sexy vegan that was on Dr. Phil. That is a completely different person.
The cooler and more sexy vegan.
And I
Brian
think he was
Patton.
the OG sexy vegan.
Absolutely.
So, he is an amazing chef, and he made these fried chicken breasts.
Wow, vulgar.
I think that's what they were. And so we based our recipe off of his. I could not have done this without him. So thank you, Brian. Shout out to you. You're the best.
We'll link his info down below.
Yeah, he has a YouTube channel that he does recipe demos, and he's a dad, and I'm pretty sure he makes these for his kids all the time, which is awesome. So I hope you guys are having a great week. I'm waiting for you to swallow so you can talk. We love you guys, and
so much.
Just want to say thank you so much for all of your love and support on our channel. Honestly, so much work goes into these videos, and lately it's been kind of crazy, kind of stressful, but at the end of the day, we're doing it for a good cause. We're doing it for you, spreading the message, spreading the love, and we really hope that you guys love these.
And we post videos every Wednesday and every Friday, sometimes on Mondays.
Yeah, sometimes on Mondays. It depends if we like vlog. I think that's when we usually release videos on Mondays. Rambling right now, but we love you guys. We'll see you soon. Bye.
You give me hope.